Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world and our country, but how we're going to fix both of them together. And guys, what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. Democrats, leading Democrats, Senate Democrats, are distancing themselves from Kamala Harris, betraying her completely, and to make matters worse, tying themselves to Donald Trump. Guys, hell may be freezing over, or just maybe what we've been talking about on this channel for the last 2 months actually has a resemblance of reality for these Democrats, because they're doing the unthinkable for their self-preservation. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are spreading freedom from coast to coast, border to border, and we would love to have you along with that fight. And thank you for that consideration. And guys, speaking of consideration, have you thought about, maybe like turning a hobby that you love into a career? You upgrade and modify your own guns anyway. Why not get paid for it? Why not make a career out of it? Get your foot into the door to something you could actually enjoy. And that's why they can teach you all the sorts of things you can imagine. Gunsmithing, ballistics and woodworking, finishes, shooting sports management, drones, anything you could imagine. SDI, Sonoran Desert Institute, teaches you from your home. It's worth at least a look right down there in the description box below. This could be something that you've been looking for, and thank you to them for making this content possible, because this right here is that greatness. All right, people. When we're talking about passing on the blessing of the Second Amendment to the next generation, one thing that we have to understand is the instances and the underlying themes of what's happening in the general election. Because let's just call it spade a spade. Harris is going to come after our gun rights like a rabid. Endangered Democrats brag about Trump ties in final stretch. Now, this is from Axios. Just so you guys know, let's scoot up a little bit. That is from Axios. Okay, this is not from Fox News. This is not from the Turning Point USA. This is from Axios. Okay, listen to this, and then I'll show you a clip because I got it all on tape. Some of the most vulnerable Democratic senators in this election are using the closing stretch to boast about their ties to former President Trump. The trend comes as split-ticket voting declines, making it more likely that a Senate candidate's fate will be tied to their state's presidential results. Now, that's the very first thing you got to talk about. Hold on a second. All of a sudden, they're realizing that people aren't going to go for Trump and then for Democrats down ballot. Almost like if they go for Trump and she loses that state, then they lose their seat. That's what that means. That's what that translates to. Let's continue. Senators Tammy Baldwin, Democrat Wisconsin, and Bob Casey, Democrat Pennsylvania, both released ads on Friday that include images of Trump and not to bash him, according to an Axios analysis of ads and ad impact. Casey bucked Biden fracking, and he sides with Trump to end NAFTA and put tariffs on China to stop them from cheating, the Casey campaign ad states. Wait a minute. I thought Harris said that tariffs were the worst thing on the planet and Trump was insane and it'll kill our entire economy. Getting rid of NAFTA was a terrible decision. And I thought she was all about protecting fracking. That's weird. Maybe something's different in a different state. Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill, says the narrator in Baldwin's ad. Well, that's Wisconsin. That's 2 swing states. And Representative Aliska Slotkin's Democrat Michigan campaign for Senate also spent more than $1 million starting mid-August on ads, saying she wrote a law signed by President Trump forcing drug companies to show their actual prices. Wait a minute. I thought Trump was going to destroy any way of Medicare, Medicaid, any type of medical care for anyone. That's weird that a representative who wants to be a Democratic senator in a blue swing state, or a leading blue swing state, would sign herself along with Trump. Same thing with Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Well, those are the swing states. What about the ones that are just god-awful? They're going to go red, and it's just kind of a, foregone conclusion. Yeah, it gets more aggressive. Senators John Tester, Democrat Montana, and Sherrod Brown, Democrat Ohio, are viewed as the most vulnerable senators this year, running in states that will almost certainly vote for Trump, because they're gonna. Now that's Montana and Ohio. Listen to what their ads said, and then I'll show you the ads. Tester's ads have featured Montanans who say they are lifelong Republicans or plan to vote for Trump but back Tester for Senate. An ad from earlier this year boasts that Brown, in Ohio, wrote a bill that Donald Trump signed to crack down on drugs at the border. Wait a minute. I thought Kamala Harris was the solution for that. Of course, I'm being very sarcastic because they are tying themselves to Trump to save their own skins because Harris is underwater. That's the point. Now let's get to Fox News. Let me show you the actual ads that they put out. Listen to this.
To protect fracking, and he sided with Trump to end NAFTA and put tariffs on China to stop them from cheating.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
Then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
That's why I wrote a law signed by President Trump forcing drug companies to show their actual prices.
This is wild to me. I don't.
All right, he's right. It is wild to him. But do you understand what's happening, guys? I'm just going to go big so we can have this emotional connection again. Do you understand what's happening? Everything that we've been covering in order to pass freedom on to the next generation, giving you the inside details, to diving into the actual numbers and actual analytics that are happening on the ground, everything that we've been talking about, again, to reiterate an earlier point, is coming through and showing through in Democratic Senate numbers, and now it's in Senate ads. They're trying to save themselves because they realize people aren't going down ballot, say, yes for Trump, yes for Democrats. They're realizing that it's about to be a lot worse, so they're tying themselves to Trump, the very person they said was a fascist and a psycho and an evil dictator. Now, they worked with him to really make something amazing happen, so you should go ahead and vote for the Democrat down ballot because they like Trump. Do you understand what's happening? The ultimate betrayal of Kamala Harris being thrown overboard, baby out with the bathwater, is in full swing, and the media is not going to tell you. Everything I've got is linked in the description box below. I always bring receipts, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.